Thanks for taking the time to talk to me today, John. Big fan of the movie. Had so much fun watching it. The first thing I want to ask you about is what it was like working with Daniel Chong, because he is probably one of my favorite animators, creator of one of my favorite animated series that I keep coming back to. So I was wondering what it was like working with him and working on his vision for what Hopper should be.
This is my first time working with Daniel Chong, and I have to say it's been amazing. He's a real hard worker, and he's just very inclusive. He's always open for ideas. He will always listen to you, and I think he's kind of like King George in a way. Don't be a stranger. He knows everybody's names, and we will sometimes like he works I would say like more like scrappy, like a lot of things will just kind of happen on the spot. We will just me as a story supervisor, we'll have our writer Jesse Andrews and our story leads Margaret and Hannah and Daniel, and sometimes Daniel will come in and he's like, okay, I want this movie to kind of feel like this, or we need this character to have this certain moments. Let's figure this out right now. And we'll just be in his room and we'll be eating lunch and we'll just be for like a couple hours, just come up with all these ideas. Jesse will just be writing, kind of brainstorming on his laptop. And the story leads and we will also come up with ideas, pin them up on the walls, all these funny drawings. We will pin them up on the walls and see, what would make us like what would get us like laughing in the room. And we're really having fun. And I think a lot of those energy kind of maintained throughout the production, and I think that's really what you get to see on the screen.
Yeah. The department that you head up and that you work with kind of provides the building blocks for where things are going to go. You guys kind of create like the roadmap and you work hand in hand with the layout department. So, for people who might not know what exactly your job is, how does your job help set the tone for what's going to follow, and how do you work hand in hand with the layout department?
Yes. So, I'm a story supervisor, and in a story, I have a team of storyboard artists, and our job is to basically, in the earlier, we our position, our work happens in the earlier part of the movie process. So if the movie takes 6 years to make, a lot of our work will be done in the first year all the way up to fourth year or so, and we come up with ideas, and then we'll take the script and we'll help visualize that with drawings, kind of like almost like a comic book, but in like a movie format. And that's what the storyboard essentially is. And this is where we get to figure out the timing of the movie, these just rough camera angles, characters' performance. And it's basically making a like when you're building a house, it's making the blueprint. And you don't want to start building the house right away because those supplies are going to be expensive. You can't build a house and be like, I don't like how that roof looks. Let's tear it down and rebuild it. That's going to be really expensive. So you'd rather want to do that on the blueprint first, multiple times. So that's basically our job. And this is like a blueprint that we make. The layout artists, the animators, they'll look at it and they'll kind of follow that along, and they will plus it along the way.
Yeah. Pixar has such a rich tradition of creating some of the most memorable animal characters ever seen in the history of animation. Were there any that you look to for like previous precedent to inspire what was going forward with Hoppers?
From like specifically from Pixar movies.
I mean, it doesn't have to be. I mean, obviously, like there's such a rich tradition that you can find within Pixar. I mean, you can even tell there's some Miyazaki in there and like a little bit of everything. So just
Yes.
in general, what other animals did you kind of look to?
Miyazaki is a big one. Anything that has like a genre, like that we can mix up the genre was like a big moment. So in our movies, you'll have these scenes, moments that are really, really funny, and all of a sudden it'll kind of get kind of dark and scary. It'll just do this like 180 turn. And I think that creates a lot of unpredictable just twists in our movie, and it'll keep the audience on the edge of the seat. I think so Miyazaki, as far as like looked at a lot of Miyazaki stuff for nature. How do we make it feel like Mabel is really immersed in this the world of nature? But something like if you know Bong Joon-Ho, Korean director, he is master of just mixing up all these genres and making it again like it'll be really scary and all of a sudden it'll be really funny. And we really looked up a lot of those the way how you do that. The way how you mash up all these genres, but also make it feel like it's one just one coherent movie style and storyline.
Yeah. And the last thing I have to ask you about is Tom Lizard. I feel like just saying the name right now is is really like encapsulates the whole thing. Are any of you guys shocked just how much Tom has taken off as a character? Because I just love seeing him everywhere now, and it just brightens my day to see him.
Yeah, so Tom Lizard had a very humble beginning. He was just a little tiny character in the corner, in the background, in the early storyboards, and he quickly got cut. But then he kept coming back. And I think all of us were like, I think we all, even though as a minor character it is, um, we all really like him. And then we came up one of our story artists came up with the lizard, which was an advertisement that we were making, and and then it just took off. And even at the test audience, we would be like, "What's your favorite character?" And a lot of especially the younger audience, will put up their hand and they'll be like, "It's Tom the Lizard." And that's when we knew we're like, I think even though he has such a short screen time, there's something about him that people kind of gravitate towards. I don't know. Everybody just goes lizard brain, and they're like, "Yes, we love the lizard."
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today, man. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew. It's nice
Awesome.
meeting you.
Nice meeting you too. You have a lovely day.
You too. Take care.
Take care, man.